We are trying to determine if 32,340 is divisible by each of the numbers from 2 through 11. And the way we'll do that is by using our divisibility tricks. So first we'll figure out if it's divisible by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if that number is even. This number is even, it ends in a 0, so it is divisible by 2. 3. A number divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. In other words, 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 0. If we add up all the digits, we get 5, 8, 12. And so if 12 is divisible by 3, so is 32,340. 12 is divisible by 3. You could see that by redoing this test on 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Or we can just stop here and say 12 is divisible by 3, so this number is also divisible by 3. 4. Our test to see if it's divisible by 4 is by just taking the last two numbers. So this is for 3 here. For 4, we want to look at just the last two numbers. So the last two numbers in this digit is, or the last two digits in this number is 40. 40 is divisible by 4. So because 40 is divisible by 4, 32,340 must also be divisible by 4. 5. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends in 0 or 5. This number ends in 0, so it is divisible by 5. 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. We already figured out it was divisible by both 2 and 3, so it's divisible by 6. 7. I don't have a great trick for dealing with 7, so when I have to deal with 7, I just do long division. 32, 3, 40. I say 7 goes into 32 4 times. That gives me 28. And if I subtract, I get a 4. And then 7 goes into 43 6 times. 7 times 6 is 42. If I subtract, I get a 1. 7 goes into 14 2 times. 2 times 7 is 14. If I subtract, I get a 0. And then bring down a 0, you get another 0. We get a remainder of 0. So this number is divisible by 7. 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the number made up from its last three digits is divisible by 8. Well, we can check that. The last three digits of 32,340 is 340. And 340 is not divisible by 8. Check that a few ways. Probably the easiest without a calculator is, again, doing long division. We want to do 8 divided by 340. 8 goes into 34 3 times. 8 goes into 34 4 times. 8 times 4 is 32. If you subtract, you're left with 20. 8 goes into 20 twice. You get 16, and you're left with a remainder of 4. So 340 is not divisible by 8. Therefore, 32,340 is not divisible by 8 either. 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. So again, we kind of can go back here. I guess we can use this same sum for both 9 and 3. If I add up all the digits, I get 12. 12 is not divisible by 9, so this number is not divisible by 9. 10. A number is divisible by 10 if it ends in a 0. This number ends in a 0, therefore it is divisible by 10. 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the numbers in the even positions and the sum of the numbers in the odd positions is either 0 or divisible by 11. Kind of a mouthful. What that's saying is take the first digit here, 3, and the third digit, a 3, and the fifth digit, which is a 0. So all the odd positions, 3, 3, and 0, add those up, you get 6. And then take all the even positions. 2 is in the second position here. 4 is in the fourth position here. And we get 6. And then if we do 6 minus 6, the sum of the even minus the sum of the odd, we get 0. And our test tells us that if we get 0 or a number divisible by 11, then the number itself is divisible by 11. So our final answer would be this number is divisible by all of these except for 8 and 9. In other words, 32, 340 is divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not 8, not 9, 10, and 11.